Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. The Saskatchewan side of Lloydminster is in for an upgrade. Plans for a multi-million-dollar development are in the works in an area underdeveloped compared to the west side of the city. Kelsey Bloxham brings us the details from the project site.
What's a construction site now will soon be a brand new neighborhood concept development. The front end will cater to the commercial and service industry, with hotels, a gas bar, and national restaurants.
And then as the development moves back towards the south, there's apartment buildings that'll be built in 2013. Some lower cost housing in terms of townhouses and starter homes.
The area, underdeveloped compared to what sits on the Alberta side of the border, is considered to be a prime location, nestled in between Husky's new office building and the energy giant's oil upgrader.
I think one of the things is people enter this from Saskatchewan on this side. There's a lack of service and ability to buy a hamburger or gas, so that's one of the reasons. The other reason is just simply this has tremendous access.
Access that hasn't gone unnoticed to the multiple companies jumping on board. 2 brand new hotels will be on site, the first being a Super 8 and the second a Microtel Inn and Suites catering to the corporate market.
Microtel's a new chain to Canada, been very successful in the States, and we're excited to see them pick Lloydminster as one of the first locations for a hotel.
Also on board with the project is the Lloydminster and District Co-op, snatching up a corner lot for a new $9 million gas bar.
It's not cheap by any means, but it's certainly something that we think will position us well for the future.
The station itself will be modeled after the Co-op's highly successful gas bar on the south end of Highway 17.
We'll have a few more pumps at this location. The C-store will probably have a car wash component as well, so it's going to sit on a little bit of about twice the property that we are on the 18th Street location.
Construction will officially get underway on the development this fall, with completion set for late next year. Kelsey Bloxham, Newcap News.
Renovations are underway in one of the operating rooms at the Lloydminster Hospital after an unusual accident that could have turned out much worse. The operating lights were suspended from the roof but came crashing to the floor back in June. There's no information on why the lights fell from the ceiling, but upgrades are on the way.
The wear and tear certainly contributed to it, but I think with the way that we redesigned the bracket now, we're going to get a lot more life out of them.
It's considered to be a near miss, as 4 to 5 patients are operated on daily in the room.
We share all this information with all the other health regions in the province so that they can keep their eyes out, just to be sure that that it doesn't happen anywhere else.
The new upgrades to the OR room will be finished 2 weeks from today. Well, if you live in Bonnyville, Cold Lake, St. Paul, Lac La Biche, or Elk Point, you'll want to pay close attention to our next story. Smoke from fires in northern Alberta is driving down air quality, and Alberta Health Services is asking residents to be cautious as a fire smoke advisory is now in place. Severe smoke can harm anyone, no matter how healthy. With more smoke in the air, you may experience eye and throat irritation or shortness of breath. If you can taste or smell smoke, Alberta Health Services advises you reduce physical activity, try to stay indoors, and close your windows. And if you have any respiratory or cardiovascular conditions, Alberta Health asks you be extra cautious. Well, Curtis Hargrove hit his hometown Friday as part of his cross-country trek, raising money for the Stollery Children's Hospital. And the Cold Lake area is continuing to support the local hero, raising an astonishing amount of donations after his homecoming. Lakeland residents not only stepped up on Friday as hundreds of supporters came out to cheer on Curtis, but they followed up with tens of thousands of dollars in donations.
We got a total come in. It's not an exact, it's approximate because we still got money flowing in right now that hasn't been counted. Cold Lake and the surrounding area had raised $70,000 for the event this Friday.
Now, this is by far the largest total from a single area Curtis has been able to raise on his cross-Canada run.
That just goes to show that this community is behind me 100%. I didn't know how big it was going to be. It's so crazy, like you can't even describe it in words how much I can thank them.
Curtis hits the road again later this week. Well, expect to wait even longer for construction if you're driving on Highway 16 in Lloydminster. The city says weather has caused big delays, and now there's a significant extension on when the road work will finish up. Elise Cox has more on this and other council events, reporting from outside council chambers.
In today's council meeting, the concrete overlay project on Highway 16th from 44th to 50th Avenue will be completed on the south side at the end of the month, and because of delays, will only resume on the north side next summer. However, all 4 lanes will be open during winter months as to not create further traffic delays. And there was a new development with the way your garbage will be collected in the future. As of April 2013, Evergreen Ecological, the company that picks up your recyclables, will be collecting all your curbside garbage as well as organics. We'll have the full story on some of these council updates tomorrow on Newcap News. Reporting outside council chambers, I'm Elise Cox.